So what I always do when we start with this is the why. We have 4 goals today, talking about the why of this. We'll be talking about some theory, and by theory I mean books, scholars, activities, different models that you can take a look at that will help prime the pump for you to actually create your own trainings, because you can Google all sorts of activities, but what I can help give you is I can round up some of the theory that's happening right now, some of the cutting edge content in the field, so that you can create your own trainings because you're all incredibly competent already. And then finally, at the end, we'll have some time for questions. And so the 4 theories that we'll talk about today are challenge by choice, which comes out of experiential education realm and particularly Project Adventure in the 70s. We'll talk about intersectionality, which comes out of race and critical theory world, particularly with Kimberly Crenshaw in the late 1980s. We'll talk about the personal is political, which comes out of student activism realms in the 1960s, and also feminism in the 1960s. And we'll also talk about the kind of most cutting edge element, which is brave space versus safe space. And we'll spend a bit more time on that because that's where we talk about risk management, as is the challenge by choice piece. And when we delve into brave space versus safe space, I'm going to introduce you to 2 cutting edge theorists who are doing this very particular work. George Yancey, who's a critical race theorist and professor out of Emory University, who talks about self-criticality and the idea of being unsutured. And also narrative imagination, which is from Martha Nussbaum, who is a classicist and ethicist at the University of Chicago. So let's get started with